What we do here is go back.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mello. Now, this topic is something that I wanted to talk about for like the past 2 weeks, and I'm finally getting the chance to. So, T.S. Madison and Miss Netta have been having this riff over social media for a while now, and it's honestly created a lot of dialect and has also opened up a nasty can of worms. Now, there's one video in particular I feel like kind of jump-started the whole thing, so I want you all to take a look at it.
Trying to be funny, and I talked to you about this before we got on the telephone.
That's right.
When y'all was going through this whole thing of trying to figure out what Miss Netta was, a lot of y'all were confused on Miss Netta's gender or gender identity. Lots of people were confused. And then, you know, I'm sitting up here giving all of this.
Come on.
And the things, and the immediate thing that you go to scream at me is man. But then you're confused. And I look like my mother. Like my mother. And so it's man. But then you were confused on Miss Netta?
When she clearly like she just finished cutting some grass.
I didn't say that about Miss Netta.
I know I did. He clearly looked like he just came from the yard.
They are not in control of the way that they look, Craig.
Absolutely not. But I'm just trying to figure out how some of these people are confused.
I mean, there are people that look like Miss Netta. I have seen some women that look like Miss Netta. And when Miss Netta has on their makeup, they actually look nice. They look very nice when they paint it to the floor.
Miss Netta without makeup looks like she has a lawn care service, okay? Ooh. Lawn care.
So, as you can see, some shade was thrown from T.S. Madison. In the video, she compared how her and Miss Netta looks. Now, granted, she did say when Miss Netta is all painted up, she actually looks pretty good. But this was still a very shady segment. Now, T.S. Madison would go on and double down after people said that she was bullying Miss Netta and just downright being mean. Shout out to the messy sweet spot for covering this entire story. These videos are from her YouTube page, and her link will be down below in the description.
Yes, I asked. So you mean to tell me that you've looked at Netta and you've looked at me and I look exactly like a man to y'all? Okay, got it. Because if Netta is realness, none of them hoes, ain't none of them bitches in my space. Believe you me, when I sit in the rooms, ain't nobody talking about Netta, the rooms I sit in. Believe you me, bitch, when I'm going to frame my Grammy, bitch, ain't nobody talking about Miss Netta when I'm framing my Grammy. Bitch, when I motherfucking went down there and walked across the stage with RuPaul's Drag Race and grabbed that Emmy, bitch, because I'm on an Emmy award-winning television fucking show. Have you lost your fucking mind to think that I'm sitting there in a space worried about what Miss Netta and Charles are doing over there frying chicken and eating steak? No. Let them make their money. They not doing shit for me. I'm never losing my money. I'm never losing my motherfucking spot. Ain't no bitch gonna come in and topple me because, bitch, I've been in this shit over a decade. And if a bitch was supposed to do it, they'd have been did it. You ain't found one. I'm one of one, bitch. One of one. Ain't nobody took my spot yet, bitch. The fuck? My influence is global. G-L-O, global, bitch. Get them, Glow. 1 million fucking views on T.S. Madison is solidified, bitch. I'm here, bitch. And because I'm here, they are able to be where they are. Never forget that, bitch. Who in the fuck feels some type of way about Miss Netta? Why? Netta's not doing anything, bitch, that I haven't done or I haven't cleared a path for her to do. Have you lost your fucking mind, nigga? Have all you bitches lost your motherfucking mind, bitch? Of course, you've lost your mind. Talking about bitch like I'm unattractive or I got things like I feel some type of way like Netta can pull a man I can't. Bitch, are you crazy? Nigga, please.
Now, there's a lot going on in the video, and there's a few parts in particular that I want to break down. Now, first off, I do think that T.S. Madison feels a way when people believe that Miss Netta is or can pass as a biological woman. Because on the flip side, you have people constantly telling T.S. Madison that she's a trans woman. Now, if you notice, she constantly brings up the way the two of them look. She also brought up the fact that she believes she's opened doors for Miss Netta. Now, T.S. Madison, I'ma hold your hand when I say this. You did not open any doors for Miss Netta. When people watch Charles and Miss Netta, no one is thinking and going, oh my gosh, look at that door that T.S. Madison opened. Honestly speaking, the two of them are in completely different lanes, and I'ma need T.S. Madison how to slice the humble pie. Just because you did it first does not mean that you did it better or help the person coming in after you. And to be completely honest, I've never even heard anyone compare Miss Netta and T.S. Madison until T.S. Madison did it herself. I mean, T.S. Madison is always bringing up the fact that she's rich and everything that Miss Netta has, she already has. I mean, does that sound like the tone of someone who's unbothered to you? Now again, people will go on and accuse T.S. Madison of being jealous of Miss Netta, and I think it's true. But not necessarily in terms of I want what you have. But I do think that T.S. Madison is jealous of all the attention Miss Netta gets. I think what we all have to remember is that in this day and age of social media, attention and clout is the new currency. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the attention that you may feel like you deserve, then some people may feel like they don't have anything. And make no mistake, T.S. Madison is definitely in it for the attention. I mean, it's why she does what she does. And whether right, wrong, or indifferent, both Miss Netta and Charles have been talked about more than T.S. Madison has in her entire career. And hey, look, if I'm lying, I'm flying. And last time I checked, my ass is still on the ground. So, in all honesty, I do think that T.S. Madison feels away. The last time that people talked about T.S. Madison on the regular was when she had the Queen's Court with Kaya. And T.S. Madison has gone on to work with the biggest star of our generation, which is Beyonce. Even though T.S. Madison has gone on and worked with Beyonce, Miss Netta has gone on and eclipsed that as far as attention and engagement and people talking about them. But I mean, hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I used to be a big fan of T.S. Madison, but I have literally watched how she would do anything for fame. What really turned me off from T.S. is when she sat up there on TGIF and just downright asked Miss Netta in her face if she was pretty much transgender.
Community?
I didn't quite understand you, but yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know even, I'm trans, and so my pronouns are she and her, so I respect everybody's pronouns. And obviously, I'm not going to call you anything but she and her because you play the woman role over there frying, baking, and sauteing for Charles, honey. But so what area would you fall under in the LGBTQA community? Are you non-binary, trans?
I never categorized myself in none of that. I just always been myself, and this me, my everyday look, all this, my everyday look and stuff. And it's just something I just been doing ever since I was, growing up in life. And I don't think I'm a transsexual. I don't think I'm a whatever the other names they got, I don't like calling them, but I don't think I'm none of those. I just more be like myself. My stage name is Miss Netta. A lot of people knows my real name, thanks to the internet, which is fine, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people say I'm ashamed of my sexuality, which I am not, because people here in our city knows me and everything. So it wasn't about me hiding my sexuality, because we are well known here in the city. But it was just more like that was my business, and when I want to put my business out, then that's when I do it. And I just wasn't ready yet.
So the girls are gagging to know when you say your sexuality. So this means were you born male like me? Because I was born male.
Yes, I was born male.
Okay, sister, what the thinking?
So whoever that's watching this, y'all got y'all answer. I mean, I never put it out there, but, like I said, if we go live and we feel like that we comfortable and stuff in the live, we would come out and we would say, answer some of their questions. And so, it's out.
Now here's my thing. You sat up in Miss Netta's face, asked her if she's a transgender woman when you know damn well that she is. I mean, as a trans woman, y'all really don't think that T.S. Madison knows another trans woman when she sees one? Hell, I'm not even trans, but I didn't think for 1 second that Miss Netta was a biological woman. Stevie Wonder could see that shit. Now, I feel like T.S. Madison put Miss Netta on the spot and she outed her in some kind of way. And that's just something that I can't respect. If she really wanted to stand with her fellow trans woman, she would have never brought it up or even mentioned it. But because T.S. Madison is so attention hungry and she's willing to do anything for a viral moment and to be talked about, she went against what should have been her better judgment. Now, Miss Netta did have something to say about all of this, and this is her response.
I know y'all gonna screen record this, but if y'all look at the video, T.S. Madison just really disrespected Miss Netta real bad, and I never once said nothing about T.S. Madison. My issue was with Craig, because Craig had a big issue with me, but I have learned to let that go. But T.S. Madison got on here and calling me all kinds of bitches and ugly and all that other stuff. And quote, she did. And I'm looking like, I said I liked the T.S. Madison. I had nothing against T.S. Madison. It was my fans that came and got T.S. Madison that T.S. Madison could not handle. And that sent T.S. Madison to a whole different... she just started bashing me. You know, that bitch and that fish, you know, I'm feeling like, oh my God, like, wow, like, T.S. Madison, like, are you serious? I like you, you know, but obviously you brought it all out that you don't like me because I was all kinds of bitches and hoes coming out of your mouth, and I never once disrespected T.S. Madison. I never called her no bitch. I never called her no he or her real name or none of that. I never did that. And I was like, when I seen the videos and she was attacking my fans, but she was attacking my fans, but she was talking about me. I was like, talk about them. If you're gonna talk about somebody, talk about them because they the one coming at you. I didn't come at you. And I just felt disrespected, like, wow, like, maybe you and Craig did get together and work this out or something. I don't understand. I don't know, you know, but Madison talked about me. T.S. Madison called me bitches and being ugly. And I mean, look at me and look at Miss Netta. You know, I don't just feel myself like, oh, like, wow, like, that's what you think about Miss Netta? Somebody that liked it you? She never called me ugly. Well, Tess Madison did about 4 or 5 videos. She never said I was ugly. But what she did say is she said, look at me and look at Miss Netta. And why would I be jealous of Miss Netta? Look at me and look at Miss Netta. Why would I be jealous? If y'all don't, if she didn't call me ugly, she just threw some shade there. You call it what you want to call it.
Now, as much shit as T.S. Madison was talking about Miss Netta honestly could not have taken a higher road, and you can tell that her feelings were actually really hurt. Even in the video, Miss Netta said that she respects T.S. Madison and looks up to her. Still gave her props and said that she feels like she can learn from her. Now, that's the tone from someone who isn't jealous and someone who's okay with the person. Her response wasn't mean-spirited. She didn't have to talk shit about T.S. Madison or bring up the fact that she gets more attention than her or anything. Now, this leads us to my next point: the rise of transphobia and the misgendering of transgenders. Now, I strongly believe that T.S. Madison single-handedly ushered in this new uprising of misgendering transgenders when she came for Miss Netta. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of people are now calling both T.S. Madison and Miss Netta men. Granted, Miss Netta seems to have more of a I don't care what you call me kind of approach, but I know for a fact that T.S. Madison pronouns are she, her, and hers, as she's mentioned it before. You know, it's a little interesting because just 6 months ago, earlier this year, sometime in January, y'all would have been counseled for misgendering transgenders and using the wrong pronouns. But because people see trans people misgendering and being transphobic to other trans people, that now creates a space for other people to do it as well. And let's be honest, they was looking for a reason to do it anyway. I mean, let's not act like a lot of people still don't like or respect trans people anyway. But I mean, if they see trans people not respecting other trans people, then why should they? The way I look at it, T.S. Madison will have to take some accountability for all the transphobia and misgendering that's currently happening. Now, how much accountability she takes, that's up to her. But she does have a part to play in this. Now, there's a well-known YouTuber by the name of Michelle A.T. I believe. I'm not the most familiar with her work and I don't watch her content, but I have heard about her a few times. And from what I've gathered, her and T.S. Madison have been going back and forth for a minute now as well. And she openly misgenders T.S. Madison.
So why is it that T.S. Manhands can go at this woman's kids who don't have a voice of their own? And now you got Tasha K, and now, you know, when it was just her, she didn't have any protection because she's just a black woman. Because he's sitting over there calling her nappy neck, ugly, black, all of this anti-black rhetoric. And y'all are okay. Y'all are literally kikiing and laughing. I'm like, it's so much hate in the black community. I am so disappointed. But, you know, I guess it's all entertainment. It's all fun and games when it's entertainment until you see who's laughing at you. Until you see who's laughing at you and not laughing with you. Then T.S. Manhands got a whole bunch of white gay male supporters. A whole bunch of them. And all them white gay men is sitting over there laughing at him, calling you nappy neck, black, ugly,
You know, all the gorilla. He called me a gorilla. He called every day. He calling me Magilla gorilla and this and the third. Hey, y'all think that's funny?
I mean, damn, calls her a he and says she has man hands and everything. When again, just 6 months ago, she probably would have been canceled for doing that. Now here's how I feel about the whole situation. I ain't got a damn dog in this fight. I believe this is between trans women and they are the ones who need to repair this situation. If they had more respect for each other, it wouldn't be as easy for other people to come in and now disrespect them. Now I'm not solely putting the blame on T.S. Madison, as I understand people were already transphobic and they were already misgendering people. But again, I do think that she has a hand to play in now the new uprising of misgendering people and the transphobia. There's just a whole lot going on, and honestly y'all, there is just so much more to this story. Go ahead and stop by the Messy Sweet Spot if you're interested on catching up on everything that's happened. Again, her channel will be linked down below in the description. The gays gotta get it together. I mean, y'all gotta get it together. This is how I feel about the whole situation.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Did you see that? I am disgusted. You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, as that's okay too. Don't forget to drop a comment down below. Now, what do you think about this whole mess between T.S. Madison and Miss Netta? Do you feel like there's an uprising between transphobia and misgendering of pronouns? Do you care? And as always, if you're not already, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll catch you all on the next one.